This is Melissa from the Rainbow Van Adventures, and I'm just gonna take this little opportunity while I'm driving to tell you a funny story about crossing the border into Mexico from Guatemala. When we bought our van in Panama, we bought it from a couple of Austrians who had bought it in British Columbia, and so it was their name on the registration, which they were able to accomplish since they bought it in the country that the van was from. But since we bought it in Panama, we weren't able to do that. So we just got everything notarized, and we, for the most part, we're okay passing from country to country with our kind of faux registration, not faux registration, but our, filled in with a pen, the names filled in, and then pictures of passports, registration. But when we got to Mexico, they weren't having it. They said I needed the original registration from Canada in my name, and it could not be faxed or emailed. It had to be an actual hard copy mailed via the post. So like snail mail, and we'd already checked out of Guatemala, so there's 4 kilometers of no man's land in between Guatemala and Mexico, so there was really like no way that we could have done that. So our options were to try to get back into Guatemala and sell the van, or fly home, or wait and try to communicate via the mail with the Canadian registration for the vehicle registration. So instead, we decided to make a fake document and we went to a little internet cafe and scanned pictures of the registration. Then he just changed the numbers and the names, and we made it look dirty, and went back to the immigration, and the guy recognized the picture from us being there earlier of the other registration. So he caught it. He realized that it was a fake. It was a copy of the other registration. So we drove 4 hours in Mexico illegally during the night, along as close to the border as we could to get to the next border crossing, which was 4 hours towards the Pacific. And when we finally arrived there, it was closed because it was in the middle of the night. And the next morning, we went to Huixla, where they would give us the permission to enter the country and drive our vehicle there. They thought it looked great. They didn't know it was fake, and I would actually recommend anyone traveling through those countries that you just start off with the fake one. It probably would have saved us a lot of trouble along the way, and I wish that was what we originally had done. But our fake registration got us into Mexico, and that's my little story about crossing the border.